Okay. Hey, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, the elders on down. Sincere brothers pushing the word in sincerity and truth. You know, here it is, we in the last days, brothers getting up together in the spirit, you know, to push this word out, you know, to still give warning to the sheep, you know, while still hope. But I want to hit it right into it. I want to hit the point on you got these states protesting against each other, man. And, you know, that's hypocrisy because what they call this place the United States of America, you know, USA. You know, brothers years ago called it under Satan's authority. You know, different acronyms, but the USA, United States, these states are really not united. You know, you had these different states talking shit to Trump saying, look, we don't want to fully go with this shutdown. You know, Salaki about that. We don't want to fully go with this shutdown. You know, we want to reopen sooner, this and that. You know, so that's that division. And, you know, that could even possibly cause a civil war. You know, because some of these states is not as fortunate as other states like New York, this and that, and these other states. So that's causing a heavy division. So I'm going to just get the scripture. Luke 11 and 17. Let me turn this Instacart shut off.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
It's the book of Luke chapter 11 verse 17. It says, But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth or faileth.
Right, so that's why this place failing. Even when you check the laws out, you got the age of consent, one age in one state, but in another state it could be another thing. Like, just to give an example, New York age of consent could be 17, but New Jersey is 18. So if you take your wife from New York into New Jersey, you could get hit with statutory. That shit don't make no sense. But what, this is all the same country. Like certain gun laws in other states, like Texas, they basically do what they want with their gun laws, open carry. They got all these, then certain states don't have those gun laws and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So they more harder and more strict. You know, so what? This place is becoming more and more divided under this coronavirus thing. You know?
God continuing verse 18, it says, if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub.
Right, so these devils, their kingdom is what? Being divided. And as they scramble to set up this new world order, you know, people, because Esau's not a man of patience. You know, when things don't go Esau's way, he get frustrated. He get agitated, you know? And that's when they're going to come down with the sword, having great wrath. Why? Because he know he have but a short time, you know?
Hey, and real quick, too, you know, like Brother Bakar brought out earlier that, you know, you got people protesting, all right? This is, if you have the people against their government, that's a division right there, all right? Because they're supposed to work together. So if you have the people in a land that's known as a democracy, okay, and the people are the ones who call the shots and they rule, why is that the government is shutting everything down and taking away from you? Okay, you got people in long-ass lines. Elder Gabar did a video, Gabar Akar from my camp, he did a video on that, and he was saying that there was a lady who was in the line for 18 hours, man. 18,
oh, yeah, in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas, man. You know, 18 hours. So what do you think is going to happen? You got the whole country in a lockdown, really global lockdown, and then you got the government having the military, you know, the National Guard and everyone else in the streets, man. Okay, you got the military in the streets, what, policing the White House and everything like that, okay, in Washington. So what are they telling you? They're subliminally telling you, or even not even covertly, overtly telling you that there's a division that's coming between the people and their government, man. Okay, and they're setting it up so when the people rise up against the government, that division, when it finally kicks in, they're gonna be ready to go. Okay. You know, you got something?
Yeah, and what you see, what they're doing is they're trying to frustrate people into getting a reaction out of them, because that's why they're dragging their feet with this thing. You know, oh, we're gonna open things back up, but before we do that, we gotta go through this gateway where we gotta test more people, and then we gotta test for antibodies, and then we gotta do this, and then you gotta meet these. So they're just gonna keep doing it to frustrate people, especially now that.
But people was docile. See, Esau got to destroy the monster he created in these people. You know, because what? You want people to go in the house, but you already created this party fucking animal. I mean, people not gonna go in the house, you know. But then people are so used to complying to the system, you trying to get them to flip out, they not gonna flip out. You know what I mean? You gotta really like press their buttons or do something drastic. Like they were saying, like we was gonna come in and separate the children from the family, and that's like shit like that. You know what I mean? Then, you know, Jake and Israel start wilding out. You know, Edomites, whoever. You know, you start messing with the kids. You know, that's especially like toddlers and shit like that. You know what I mean? You know, you're gonna get triggered that reaction. So you know, Esau, he's just trying to get a reaction out of the people.
Yep. And that's the thing, man. Look, a lot of these Israelites, man, they don't understand the case that they're in. All right, they don't understand that they're already in the chokehold, and now all Esau gotta do is just press down and press down and press down. You know, and we've been warning you, but very soon when they fully set it off, we're not gonna be here to warn you, because they're gonna make sure there's nobody to snitch on them, nobody to tell what's happening, nobody to give the people a reasoning ear and the sound of what to do. So people are going to be confused. That's why it tells you in 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, there shall be a confusion in many places. You know, and people shall go from one land to another asking, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And they shall not find it. You know, because it says, knowledge and wisdom shall withdraw itself into secret chambers. And the Lord is bringing out this knowledge and wisdom through us. So he's going to hide us. So we're going to be good because we got the truth. All right? We know what to do through the Spirit. All right, we know Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's you people out there who think it's a joke, who think it's a game, until it's presented in front of you, man.
Yeah, they got their stimulus checks. Niggas buying fucking flat screen TVs and shit. But if they believed in prophecies, they'd be loading up on water, canned goods, or whatever type food they can get. You know, because they be like, yo, this could be it. This could be the end. Won't I gather some type of resources? But in their mind, this place is going to go on forever. You know, so this is Ezekiel 3:26 about the famine of the word. It says, I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and thou shalt not be a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So when your tongue cleave to the roof of your mouth, you can't speak, you can't talk. So what the Lord going to shut down what? You know, the doors of repentance is going to close, man. You know, because what people taking things for granted. And even in this grace period where you could still buy food, where you could still get water, you might can't get everything from one spot. You might have to move around, travel around, get this and that. But you still have things coming in. So that's mercy, man. The Lord got a lot of people's rent put on hold. A lot of people's car insurance is put on hold. A lot of bills that you had, you don't have no more. But a lot of people using this time, what the scripture say, use not thy liberty for a cloak of maliciousness. You know? So a lot of people using this time to keep the bullshit more. They're not using this time to draw closer to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know what I mean? To get up with the brothers or to try to get closer to the truth, to read more, to study more. Because a lot of that, the Lord temporarily, or maybe for good, who knows, lift that curse of what you being subject to payments. Now, some brothers' situation is different. Can't speak for everybody. But, you know, like in New Jersey, they put the mortgages and all that shit on hold. You know, the car insurance, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is working like 20 hours a week, but they getting paid for 40 hours a week. You know, but what is people doing? They still not seeking the Lord, man. and this grace period where you got extra free time, extra spare time to do this, extra spare time to do that, and they still won't invest in the truth in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So what's going to be left for these people is death, man, and destruction.
Yeah. Hey, and it's funny because people want this thing to open back up, but you got a lot of people that lost their jobs. So your bills, they didn't disappear. They were just put on hold. So when they open things back up and you get hit with all these bills at once and you don't got a job, then what? You know, them landlords, that order to not evict you is only until they reopen things back up. Then what? Then you homeless, then you seeking shelter from the government. You doing Isaiah 31:1. You know, running down to Esau for help. Running down to Egypt for help. Okay? And that's what he wants.
And Esau probably had them bailout rent packages.
Mm-hmm.
Those who got backed up in they rent during the we got funding, you know, the federal government is handing out funding. But you probably have to receive all of that through the check.
Yep.
Hey, and the division, going into the division, more of it too, like the elder just said, how, you know, the rent and everything like that. A lot of these, you know, these people who own houses that give it out for rent, especially these women who can't pay their rent, the house owners is telling them, look, let me pop, and then you could go, you don't gotta pay me this month. So that's the new thing, you're gonna pay me in sex, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you women gonna do that. You know, but very soon it's gonna be taken from you. You're gonna be raped. All right, you're not gonna be able to have the chance to say,
hey, prostitution was going up. You know, hey, that new back page shit is out. I forget the name of this shit, but I heard a couple brothers talking about it. That new back page shit is up. The brother in Atlanta said the whole stroll down there was full of fucking women once this thing kicked off. Why? Because what? Everybody not fortunate. Hey man, a lot of these jobs was a lot of women jobs, like bartending.
Oh yeah.
That shit is done away with. Cashier, that shit is done away with. Even you go in these supermarkets, it's like one cashier, and the rest is what, self-checkout. Strippers, that shit is done away with. And if you still try to strip, you got to do like a private party. And you know what goes down there? It's a private party. It's somebody's apartment. It's somebody's house. There's no security. It's not a like built establishment. You know what I'm saying? Where you got armed guards and shit. So if you was like a stripper, that's done away with. If you was a teacher, because what, 90% of teachers in America is women. What the scripture say, I suffer not a woman to teach, but this place is backwards. Most of the teachers are women. So what, if you a teacher, you laid off, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't get unemployment. They can't get can't get through the system. You got to keep trying and trying and trying and trying, hoping that what, you eventually get through. Then the funding for that shit is just constantly dwindling. Some people is just getting denied, you know? Give me Isaiah 32:9. Give me Jeremiah 4:30. Bible Kassan.
Water. You said Jeremiah what?
4:30.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9, it says,
Yeah, so a lot of these jobs, secretary and all of these jobs, a lot of these jobs that people that closed down was like resourceful for a lot of women, man. You know? And now what, the oldest profession, which is prostitution, you know what I mean, is booming right now because what? People not going to be able to feed their children. You know, people can't save food, you know, when you got children. You know, I was fortunate enough, you know, because it's just me. I'm a bachelor, mainly. So I put food up, and then I don't eat the food I put up. I buy food as I go and just try to put some up. Now, whether I get to it or not, be the Lord's will, I still got faith. You know what I mean? You want to buy you some herbs, you know, black seed oil, oregano oil, you know, whatever you can get. But these people don't believe the judgment of the Lord is near. You hear these people talk as you go. Well, when this shit is over, well, I can't wait. Well, as soon as they lift this, I'ma do this. I'ma do that. You know.
Gone.
And the scripture says, "Speak not of tomorrow, for you know not what a day may bring forth."
Right.
You know, but these people boast of tomorrow, and you know they think their houses continue forever, because they of their father the devil. Because Esau feel and think that way too. So these people, they don't believe in Yahweh Shah. They don't believe that the kingdom is coming. They believe in a system, and they believe things will go back to normal, and things will be all right eventually. You know.
And these women too, especially a lot of complaining about how a lot of women came out talking about how they got to stop the lockdown because the men is fucking them too much, you know. And that's a division in the household. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, like the elder said, you got these women who don't have jobs no more. Now you got to depend on your man. So if you don't have a man of the Lord who's gonna help you in them days is fast approaching. This is just a tip of the iceberg. All right. So imagine when all hell breaks loose and literally nobody's working. All right, nobody's working. How you gonna get your daily bread, man? You know, all these women, all these pretty. Lately, you drive through the streets, you don't see no pretty bitches in the streets no more. You know, it's only moms and stuff like all these young girls that be going out. All this last year, you had the hot girl summer shit. All that stuff is done. You know, the governors are coming out and telling you, look, those gatherings that you had 4th of July, all those family things, well, that's all over. It's over now. So you ain't got that time to be doing that hot girl summer shit no more, man.
Yeah.
You know, and even the nature. You know, throughout normally around this time of the year, April, May, you know, late March, April, May, the weather starts to get warm. It's been kind of chilly lately.
Hell yeah,
You
I
know?
got my jacket on
Yeah.
now.
You know, it's not even normal. Like nobody's looking out to be outside. You can't even go outside. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get this quick precept. Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters."
Right, because you know Eve for a long time, you know, they was at ease here. They was comfortable, and what made them comfortable, their benefits, man. You know, they access to the police, they access to financial aid, they access to EOF, they access to, you know, women's battered programs and all that. So that's what, you know, made them comfortable. You know, you could get pregnant and get an apartment, your babysitter fees get paid for, and all this, but you gonna find out that these devils bamboozled you.
That's it.
You know, they set you up for the okie doke and the mousetrap. Now what, a lot of men is dead, a lot of men gonna die off in these wars. A lot of you women sent your man out the house. You know what I mean? A lot of you got him arrested and thrown in jail. So what, when the judgment come down, because what does a man provide? He provides protection. You know, if it was a serial killer loose in a neighborhood and there was men around, a woman could feel like, because cops is just limited. You know, they like they come like 2 or 3 a dozen, you know, and they spread out through the city. And some of them ain't trying to risk their life to save your ass. Police come a lot of times once backup come. You know, they'll be like, oh, they shooting over there. They'll wait till the shooting stop, and then they'll come with like mad cars to clear the scene. But while the shooting is going on, unless they got like hella ammo and they call SWAT and all that shit, they not really trying to just run up in there and save, you know, be like Superman, because they got lives and family and shit too. They got protocol that they use too. So they normally come after the damage is done. Unless somebody like a mass shooter somewhere, but that's when they call SWAT and they get the snipers set up and they do all of that. You know what I mean, to take the individual down, you know. So really a man provides protection, you know. But what? A lot of y'all send y'all men away, so read on.
It says, "Hear my voice, ye careless daughters."
Yeah, because the Israelite woman tell you quick, like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Or they use that word whatever a lot. Whatever.
It's whatever,
It's whatever. Do you then? Meaning that shows what? That carelessness. Like, yo, whatever decision you make, I don't care. It's whatever. You know? Or they'll just straight up tell you, I don't give a fuck. You know? They say that a lot. You know, read?
Says, "Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women.
Right, and they said this thing could go on for like months, 18 months. It's really up to the Lord how they drag it out. Because this Esau first time trying to institute this thing. So Esau don't know how this shit gonna backfire, or he kind of just freestyling as he go along his damn self.
You could tell. You could tell. You know? It says, for the vintage shall fail.
Right, the vintage is a farmer instrument, farmer term for like the gathering, the increase, the harvest. And what's the harvest for you women? Your Section 8, your food stamps, you know, your jobs. Right now, a lot of y'all is laid off, you know, and a lot of y'all can't get the unemployment, but your rent might be put on hold, this and that. But your child support checks, that shit ain't coming through. You know, the WIC checks and all of that, you might still get that, but resources is gonna run thin and scarce as these times go on, you know.
It says, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Yeah, he called you careless 3 times right there, you know. So he's gonna strip you from all your benefits and make you bare and put you in the mourning state, you know. Like a lot of chicks is rocking afros now.
Yep.
They can't. There's nobody to do their hair. Where you gonna get the weave from? You know what I'm saying? Where you gonna get the fingernails and the, you know, where you gonna get that shit from?
Eyelashes.
Eyelashes and all of that. All that shit is shut down.
Makeup.
Even shopping, like, you know, your outfits, your uniforms, your clothes. You know, where you gonna get all that shit from?
Fashion Nova is closed.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the thing that a lot of females was doing. You know, they go to Fashion Nova, they buy all these they buy all these scantily clad, you know, clothing, very provocative, which scriptures tell you not to do that. All right, but going into the point of being careless, okay, they wear these provocative clothing, all right, to tease men, all right, and then they post themselves, some of them damn near almost naked on Instagram just for attention. But guess what? All this shit is coming to an end, because as this thing keeps dragging on and on, reality setting in, like, yo, this shit might not be ending anytime soon. So now people are starting to get serious. You know, a lot of women are starting to get concerned, like, yo, damn, they start looking around even more. All right, but it's gonna get intensified more and more, because what scriptures tell you is all prophecy, man. You know, and the Lord said, the scriptures say what? His word shall not go out and not come back void. Right. Okay, so it's gonna do everything that it was set out to do, man. So your prayers is not gonna change the course of nature. Your prayers is not gonna change the course of prophecy, man, because that's gonna make the Lord a liar. All right, so he's not gonna be a liar. Everything he said, who the fuck are you to say, oh, I pray that it's gonna stop? Nah, it's not gonna stop. All right, it's gonna fulfill everything that it's sent out to do, man. All right, Bakar, you got something?
Yeah, I had a precept here. You have for Jeremiah 4:30.
Right.
Come. This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 30. It says, and when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do?
Right. So when these women get spoiled, you know, ultimately Israel, because Israel is viewed as a woman too. But, you know, as a foe, when these women get spoiled for their resources, what they gonna do? They ain't gonna know what to do. They gonna say, I don't know what to do. You know?
It says, when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do, though thou clothest thyself with crimson?
Right. So, you know, they put because crimson is red. So they put the lipstick on, you know, they put the fucking blushes and shit on, you know, to try to blend in, you know? And also that goes into a sense of prostitution. Because what, they've been spoiled for their goods, and now they trying to get, you know, that resources, that money back to get their resources back. So now you trying to dress up like a prostitute, put lipstick and shit on, and go out there and sell yourself. You know? We don't.
It says, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting,
In vain shalt thou make thyself fair.
Right, so you trying to do all of that to sell yourself. You know? You did all of that for nothing. Because what a lot of dudes, they going to get what they got from you. Because with prostitutes, you don't pay them up front. You pay them after they do that they did. But a lot of dudes are going to be like, hey, bitch, get the hell out of my car. You know? So a lot of y'all going to get beat for y'all money, beat up, raped. You know what I'm saying? That's what's coming, man. You know?
Hey, there's a chick in my school, you know, she a stripper, and she lived literally right beneath where I live at. I'm on the top floor. She's right beneath us, and she a stripper, whatever. And when the scriptures talk about being careless, she got that spirit of being careless, man. You know, she got that whatever spirit, and she's very bold.
Right.
You know, like first time we met, you know, she walked into, because I live with a couple of other dudes as well, and she was coming in to meet one of my friends, and she walked into the apartment while I was in there. You know, I was sitting on the couch. She stood at the door, and the guy was like, yo, I got a cupcake in the fridge if you want. And she walked across into the room and picked up the cupcake and left. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, she got a different spirit on her, because most females would stand at the door and be like, oh, you could pass it to me, because there's a whole bunch of dudes in the room, you know? But she didn't do that. She walked in, took the cupcake, and walked out like she owned something. And I was like, nah. I told my boss, yo, don't fuck with her, man. She different, you know? And then it turns out she's pretty much giving it up to almost all the dudes on campus. You know, one of my boys texted me the other day. He was like, yo, remember that chick? Yeah, my boys just slapped that. I'm like, come on, bro. That's a piece of meat. That's rotten. You don't wanna mess with that. I said, how was it? He said, that shit was whack, bro. That shit was loose. I said, see, what you expect? You know, she stripped to make her money and all that stuff, but now that all the stuff is closed down, they're kicking everyone out of the school. She ain't got nothing to do. So now she's texting niggas, like calling niggas, yo, you know, if you could help me, this and that, the third.
Yeah, she probably on that new back page shit.
You know, she probably on that.
Yeah.
You know, but she's careless. She come off like she was like, oh yeah, I fucked the whole football team. Like she got that, you know, crazy shit. I'm like, yo, why the fuck? Like, how is this even appropriate for a female to talk with such confidence of filthy shit like this? You know what I'm saying? But that's going into women being careless, man. You know, it's become a normal thing for them to bluff and talk about how they hold themselves out. You know, back then you had to sweet talk women. Now you don't got to do that. You see them and be like, yo, what's up?
Well, what's the line? Hey, mom, let me take you out. I saw a chick. I thought I wanted to, like, shoot my shot with her. But I'm like, what the fuck I'm going to say?
Yeah.
Because, like, yo, let me get your number.
Yeah.
Let's get to know each other. I'm going to take you out. Yeah. Where the fuck you going to take her?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you got to switch your whole
approach.
It's like, damn. What the fuck I'm going to say to this bitch? Because really all of that shit was bullshit anyway.
Yeah,
because there's really no such thing as girlfriend, boyfriend. It was like, look, either you trying to be a father or you not. Because like when you go in the scriptures, it said Isaac knew Rebecca. The word know means to have sex. So when you say to a chick, yo, mom, trying to get to know you, really what you're saying is, I want to fuck you.
That's it.
But really, it's responsibility with sex. You know what I'm saying? That boyfriend, girlfriend shit, it was like, look, either you trying to be a father or you not, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got three classes of women. You got wives, you got concubines, and you got prostitutes. To be technical, a wife is a virgin, and a virgin is a wife. Any woman that wasn't a virgin wasn't wifey material. So that's thrown out the door. Now the only thing a woman can best be is what, a concubine or a prostitute. Now a concubine is your little toy thing. I mean, but she can't have the status of a wife because she was already ran through and all of that. Then you got what, prostitutes, where you just straight up front pay for a one-shot deal. You know?
Slap.
So now you meet these chicks, you like, what the fuck? Like, what do I say? Like, Like everything is shut down.
Yeah.
Hey man, you want to go to the movies? You can't say that. Like, let's go bowling.
Yeah.
What's your hobbies? You know? You gotta be a creative motherfucker to ask a bitch out now.
Hey, but hey, through the spirit too, it's become easy because a lot of them are locked down. A lot of them is horny, man. So if all you gotta do is like, yo, I'm gonna get your Uber, pull up to my place. They will die to do that. Most of the college girls that don't got men right now, they're losing it. They're like, yo,
Yo, you wanna come over and play Xbox?
You know?
Watch some Netflix.
You know, you be getting text messages every now and again. Hey, when a female hits you with a hey, you already know what she want. You know what I'm saying? Like in college, you know, you work out with females, whatever, you do your thing. Yo, what you doing tonight? Oh, I got plans. Nah, fuck all that. Yo, come to my place. You chill for a little bit. Chill for a little bit. You already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? But now everything is shut down.
But dudes is starting to look. These women hit because Esau threw the fucking balance off. You know, you had women outnumber men. They say 7-1. I believe it's more.
God.
But let's just go with that. 7-1. Half of the men turned into faggots. I'm talking about of all races. You know what I'm saying? Or turn tranny, turn homo. So even if it was 7-1, I'm talking about actual men like us. You know what I'm saying? It's even more scarce. So a lot of these chicks not even getting nailed or drilled like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's less dudes out there. You know, then a lot of dudes that's in the spirit of us, or if you real manly about yourself, you ain't trying to be laid up under no fucking woman all day. You know what I'm saying? You like, but they want you there for security purposes, just in case shit kick off or go. Like, if you really on your purpose, you know what I mean? Or you out, because we men, we leaders, providers, protectors. We got shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got time to be laid up under no fucking woman all day, man. You ain't no bums on the couch. And even them dudes, now really what's left for these women is these millennials. These video game playing niggas. And they don't even want no pussy. Them video game niggas don't want no pussy. They want the new fucking Gears of War, the John Madden,
Call of Duty.
the Call of Duty, and they ain't thinking about no pussy, man. So these women is just like horny. They thriving. You know what I mean? They need to get popped. They need to get nailed. And a lot of dudes is fags. A lot of dudes just ain't beat. Or a lot of dudes are pop. Some dudes are popping, but not at the rate they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come through there and nail that shit, but I ain't gonna be coming over there every day or every other day, spending multiple nights there, just tied the fuck down. Cause that's what the Israelite woman do. She try to keep you like glued up under her and shit. You know?
Gone.
So it's over, man. It's over.
Gone.
You got more?
Yeah. Continuing in Jeremiah 4:30, it says, "In vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life."
See, there you go. And who's your lover? The ones you be in a house nigga to, which is Esau. They don't care about. They just use you to destroy the Israelite family. When this judgment come down, they gonna put your ass down too. They gonna do you just like the Israelite man. So it said, thy lovers is gonna seek thy life. And that also applies to what? Domestic violence. Meaning what? A lot of men that you put in jail, they getting out. See, these women is fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes is in jail behind these chicks. Or, you know, they went to jail, you ain't bring them their son to see them. You left them for dead, you start answering their calls. You know? You put another man in the house, you got his kids calling him daddy and shit. So how you think that dude feel? He mad as hell. And when he get out, he gonna pay you a visit.
Come see you.
He gonna come see you. He gonna have one thing on his mind. Where this bitch at? And guess what? Due to this corona shit, They letting them out, and they ain't letting out non-violent offenders. See, Esau want this shit to kick off. He need violent, and that's why if you're a police officer, you gotta be the dumbest motherfucker, man. Because what a lot of these cops risk their lives, risk their freedom, risk their safety. You know what I'm saying? Risk their families to catch some of these dudes. And the devil just let them back out. Like Nino Brown. They was trying their fucking best to get Nino. Then when they got him, they let him fucking go. That's why the old man shot him like, nah, this nigga got, because the system is fucked up on both ends. So what? They letting out child molesters, murderers, rapists, people pulling armed robberies.
Yep.
Oh, you women want to get fucked? Them the niggas that'll fuck you. Probably fuck the living shit out of you too. They motherfuckers been pumping iron all day. Make Al-Haran look like a pencil. Motherfucker coming out this bitch looking like Tookie Williams. Been pumping iron for 20 years, whacking off to magazines and shit. Hey, that might be the best ride you woman could find. You know, but even he ain't gonna stick around. But a lot of these dudes, what, they gonna get out. See, a lot of these chicks thought, oh, that nigga done for. He's, you gonna turn the corner, you gonna run right into him. He gonna be on it too. Bitch, where my kids at?
That's it.
Oh. He might have a burner on him. You know? Or he might have some type of knife. Or he just might beat the shit out of you on sight. Like, yo, why you stop answering my calls? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't bring, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jake passionate about his kids, man. So what? It said, thy lover shall seek thy life, man. Meaning what? Not just Esau, but what? The dudes that you was in other past relationships with, or dudes that you in relationships with now. Because in France, Apostle Tahar brought out in France, domestic violence is like skyrocketing up since this lockdown, man. Because what, people is home more, and Eve don't have those benefits more. No, she's not out working, roaming the streets, this and that. The kids is at home, so she's agitated with the kids, because a lot of these women are not mothers. Salakia. So a lot of these women is not mothers, man. You know, so a lot of these children gonna be getting abused, because it's frustrating. Remember that chick a couple years back drove off the bridge with her kids, and one of them lived, like, I guess he made it out the window or something. So a lot of these women because they never really wanted to be mothers from the jump. They just wanted those kids to try to trap a man, to try to extract money from a man, or to use the system to get an apartment. They never cared about being a mother, or to claim taxes at the end of the year, or to use it for whatever benefit. You know, she shall eat them for the want of all things, like the curses say, man. Child support. So they really never wanted to be mothers. Now the reality of a mother is in their face, and the kids did, mommy, mom, and that shit driving her crazy. The man is in there, he trying to chill, but she driving him crazy. He just he just snap, lose it. So, hey, man, domestic violence is what going to shoot up.
Gone.
And it's going up now, you know. That's it on that?
One more verse. Verse 31. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child. The voice of the daughter of Zion. Hey, and if you know that, man, you know, because women will tell you how you have after you have your first child, it gets easier, you know, but the first time is like the worst, because, you know, it's your first time.
Right,
you know,
being broken in.
Gone. So here's comparing, all right, that anguish to a woman bringing forth her first child. It says, the voice of the daughter of Zion that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hand, saying, woe is me, for my soul is wearied because of murderers.
So there you go. Yeah. Hey, man, that was
It close. Yeah, the battery running low.
Yeah, so what say 20%?
Yeah.
Yeah, we about to close out.
got
That's
quick-
about 40 minutes. What we was looking for anyway.
I got a
But
quick
nah, go
precept.
ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 10. It says, Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Yeah, kind. So, you know, martial law troops gonna come in there and say, "Thy lover shall seek thy life." You know, this system you thought that you love so much, America, that you love so much, they gonna come for you. They gonna put chips in you. They gonna take your children from you. They gonna gun butt you. They gonna gun you down just like a Jake man. You know.
Hey, shalom to coming board too. I seen Elder Atazwam. Shalom to you, brother.
Oh yeah, kind. You know, all the elders. You know, and elders period. That's in Israel, but I wasn't paying attention. You know. Definitely shalom to Atazawam, Sha'ala if you out there, Gabar, you know, and especially all the brothers. But you know, brothers you labor with, you know, hit home more, you know,
Yeah.
you know, because you know you roll with brothers. So, but much love to all of Israel, the elect, man. But you know, shalom to all the elders, you know, in this camp that's on the comment board.
Hey man, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, man, we just want to, you know, brother was getting up briefly. I mean, it actually turned out to be a couple of hours,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's still kind of brief compared to what we used to doing.
Yep.
You know, brothers used to travel a couple of hours to go to camp, you know. But hey, we just wanted to throw something up for the sheep, you know, while we was together. Brothers about to probably put up some prayers and, you know, part ways. And y'all, you know, stay in your watch and constantly pray. And you know, fasten your seatbelt, man, because we on the ride to the kingdom. It's gonna be a bumpy road from here on out, but we on the way to the kingdom. You know, the main thing, just keep your faith, man, and keep laboring. Shalom.
Shalom.